right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Alliance Duel. So, no doubt you will have noticed that Italy is going down in flames, and it's not surprising, really. Once Harkold got taken out here in Germany um, with that early double strike from Britain and France, it was really kind of going poorly at that time. So, I talked about this in the last video. I really needed to be very clear. I did have a vision of what I wanted to happen at the beginning of this, and I didn't do a good job. And I think, again, a lot of us kind of just got taken by surprise in this game. But so the first thing was that Popcat and Power needed to mass in one place, and probably, when we say mass, probably out of sight somewhere. And then at the same time, everybody just rumble in, and that's exactly what Britain and France did. Is they attacked in at the same time with very large numbers, and they just overwhelmed Harkold over here. One of the other things that did impact us was that Power, he started in like the first hour and sent out great water scouts all around, sentries. And then he went inactive for like a day and a half, maybe 2 days. And those are critical days. That's, especially if you're not using any gold mark, those are days you have to be building forts, have to be building early units like armored cars and cavalry, and you have to be amassing your troops. You have to be rallying your troops to certain muster points. And so we kind of lost a big portion of what I want to say is like initiative, or maybe, just the rhythm there from that. And then I think Popcat was kind of like, Power hasn't done anything. He's not building any buildings. What's going on? And so he ran like 100 guys here. But then I think he got discouraged. And then, of course, we lost Harkold. So Harkold dying early in the game, it might have discouraged him, because he left a stack of 100 here for like a couple, 3 days. But now he's going to town. He's going and attacking. And this is exactly what we need. And so, again, I feel like this game is a great learning game for us, because I kind of like that these two, mass and attack, they fuck up France, so France cannot bully up on Germany here, right? And then my thinking, too, was over here on this side. A lot of people have said, honestly, if Morocco and Spain team up and attack France, the rest of the alliance can just play defensive, right? So especially Germany can try to play defensively. And we do, we have those 3 days of, pre-war time that you can build, a fort and be on your way to building another fort, level 2 fort. So potentially, other guys could turtle up. I mean, that's what they did here, if you think about it. They took out one of our guys, and then once they took out one of our guys, it's really just a waiting game from then on out. I complain about Popcat down here with 100 guys, but I don't know that they would have done that much, because, they might have. And then again, of course, Power of Us, this is something else. Power of Us ran in like 20 and 20 when he finally came back. And I think that was he was anxious to jump back in the game. But that was a mistake, because there were forts there. So he did lose I want to say 40 plus troops early in the game. And that hurts too, of course. So again, the combined power of these guys, if they muster together in one place and strike in, would be pretty devastating to France. The question is, would it be soon enough to counter the strike here? Because frankly, France is right there and ready to attack in, and Great Britain has to muster and cross some water. So I think in that amount of time, we would also, I think Popcat would be able to muster into Spain. So those attacks theoretically should be happening around the same time. The difference being that France and Britain, as they attack into Germany, if these two are attacking into France, France is going to have to retreat to defend his homeland. And I've seen that happen. I've seen that play out in a lot of different games through the months here. So, some stuff to think about in the future. And then somebody else mentioned, I will say somebody else, Silver Star in this game is a very thoughtful player. He's someone who's played for years, kind of dropped out of it and then came back recently. I will say that I think this game has also progressed into a much more sophisticated, not sophisticated, but polished. That's what I want to say, more polished than it used to be as well. So I hope a lot of those players who played in the past will come back and rediscover it. And Silver Star is certainly one of them. He's in our alliance, and we were sharing some gems. And he was talking about the fact that, if you strike into France here, that also frees Italy up to know he can just kind of put a little fort over here with a couple guys in it, and he can attack eastward into Austria-Hungary, or at least threaten that. So it really shifts the power dynamic, being able to attack into France. So here's what I'm thinking, though, is somebody told me, and we'll see if it's true or not very soon, somebody told me that when you start this game, no team decides, and that it's random country assignment. If that's true, like all of our strategy that we've been thinking of, Benaya made up some really cool maps, and like all of that might just be thrown, away, because if it's random, and your 5 just get thrown into a random 5 out of the 10, then that might be kind of cool, actually, because we'll have to make up new maps, and we'll have to make up new strategies, and that's exciting to me. I kind of like the idea of that as well. So jumping into this game, you can see Italy's gone. We've lost this game. I do love it, though, that Popcat attacked in here and fucked some shit up, just like I fucked some shit up in the backcountry. We're gonna lose, but it's fun to break in, and you feel like you can burn down some French cottages or whatever the fuck down here before it's all over. Some windmills, burn down some windmills. Thinking of, I don't know why, but I'm thinking of, is it Inglorious Bastards? Yeah. Where, yeah. Anyway, getting distracted. Another thing that's going on down here is this is something I'm proud of. I've been harassing this dude in the backcountry for a while. I'm going to beat him to this with 11 cavalry who are made to attack. So it looks like 11, but it's actually 22 units, ladies and gentlemen. So they're going to fuck some shit up over here. They're going to immediately run their little horsies right over here and take this. And then I don't know what, I'm going to wing it. I'm going to wing it, folks. I do have 2 more horsies running in. And this was a big downfall of my gameplay, as I never did become friends with Romania here. And that fucked my game up, because I had a big stack here. And I'd been building, because I started in Russia that has a lot of wheat and a lot of food. I'd been building horses the whole time. So I had a beautiful little stack. Look at that, 2 double wheats here. I had a beautiful stack here. If you look back through the videos, I was ready, man. As soon as this guy became my friend, I was going to just absolutely destroy his underbelly over here. And it just never happened. And so you can tell I had 11 cavalry by that time. I was like, I'm just going. So they jumped in the water, and, horses swim pretty good. So, they swam through the water for, what is that? Maybe 50 or 60 miles, maybe more. I don't know. Anyway, they're strong horses. And so they came all the way over here, and it's like, I think I caught him sleeping. He's coming down, which you can see I'm going to be there in 3 hours and 16 minutes. He's coming down here to not even the full distance. Is going to take him 2 hours and 44 minutes. So I think I'm either going to beat him there, or it doesn't matter, because he doesn't have a fort there. And if a fort develops there, I'm going to call foul. So because, it takes 2 days to develop a fort, ladies and gentlemen, for crying out loud. Something else that I was looking at as well is that it takes 2 days to build a capital. So just kind of keeping that in mind. Oh, I'm sorry. A fort takes 1 day. Yeah, sorry. But anyway, so yeah, that's what I was thinking, is we did have time to build level 2 forts and maybe even level 3 forts before the game even, began as a shooting war. So here's one thing that I did notice, is that he's got his capital back, and I stole it. So I ran through the backcountry down here, attacked in, caught him completely unaware, took a couple of his backcountries over here, and took his capital. I think it was here or here, I can't remember. But anyway, he was massing over here, along with Ottoman down here. I saw elements of both countries over here. They were massing for an attack in, and I watched as all these guys ran back in. And that's what I'm talking about over here. If you attack into France, even if they are attacking Germany, all their little piggies will come squealing back home. And that's kind of what happened over here with the Austria-Hungarians, is they raced back, and I have not been seriously threatened on this front for a while. This is a big force, but this is a level 2 fort over here, and he doesn't know what's inside of there, and at least until he watches this video. But I believe I would destroy that if he tried to attack me here. So I did capture his capital. I'm going to go back and watch a couple videos and try to pin it down, because capitals take 2 days to build, and it is now halfway through day 8. So we are being strict about gold marks. And if it turns out that I took his capital on day 7 or something, I'm gonna try to pin that down. Then I'm gonna call foul, because this is a 0 gold mark game, no rushing anything. So I'm gonna go through the newspaper, look and see when he lost his capital, and then look and see when he built a new capital. So I'm gonna pin this down. And it's not to say that I don't trust him, but I don't trust him. Why would I trust him? I don't even know these guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and investigate that, and I'll let you know in the next video what I discovered. And you will know if I discover foul play. I will shout it from the mountaintops, folks, because we're losing this game. So it'll be like, hey, oh, we really won, actually. Actually, dude, to be honest, we won the moral game. We have the high moral ground here. So, but honestly, I probably they didn't. This game goes pretty quick. It's kind of weird. Just thinking, we can build factories now. Later on, I'm going to go in and make sure my factories are all up to snuff. And again, I've been so poor this whole game. Look at that. I got to buy wood here. It's very interesting when you don't use gold marks at all. You get real poor. Okay. I don't think there's much more to say, guys. We are kind of doing some counterattacks here. I'm doing a counterattack down here. I got to take his capital. That was fun, but none of it really matters, and I've been punching up into the gut over here of Sweden and kind of just trying to keep him from threatening me too heavily. But I feel like he hasn't really shown his might. I'm not sure why. He ran down into Austria with a big stack, but his allies took all the territory, didn't allow him to have any. They probably should have let him take one so that he could have had a foothold in Europe. But they were just, one of those things where it's a feeding frenzy. And so he ran his troops back in because I was running stuff all the way through the back country over here. I was attacking up into the underbelly here and just sending out sort of probing attacks, because part of his problem is he's got so much shoreline. There's just so many territories I can attack into willy-nilly, and I can also send them around here and attack him, which I did. So this is a fun map. What I encourage you to do is look out on my channel. I'm about to release the teams for the Alliance. We're going to call it the Arena match, because it's a gladiator match. Because I feel like a gladiator match is for the entertainment of the masses, which this is that, and it's also for us to it's like practice of military. It's not real war. It's sort of practice war or entertainment war or something. So anyway, thinking of this as a gladiator match, I'm going to let you know. Benaya is one team leader. I'm the other team leader. And so look out for that video. I'm going to release who is in what team coming up here in about 30 minutes. I've figured out who's on what team. I've calculated it, and I'll release that video here shortly. So keep an eye out on this channel if you would, please. All right, guys, thanks for checking in. This game's been fun. I think we're going to lose it, but hey, who cares? We've learned so much about Alliance play and about Alliance maps, so it is worth it. All right, guys, I'll see y'all next time. Adios, amigos.